Hey guys, it's Kat. Welcome to another round of my Target story. Um, so last time I told you I was going to tell you about my sabotaged nail career. So I'm going to do that. In this video. It's been going on a long time, folks. So we're going to go back to 1999. I started getting interested in the nails. The pink and whites were hot. Everybody wore them at that time. That's all people were wearing. I still wear them because I love them because they go with everything. And I'm old school with my nails, but I practiced on all my friends and family and got good at it and really enjoyed it. And, you know, I honestly could have made 6 figures a year had I been allowed to succeed at my career. So I went to one salon and I was told because of the condition of my car that it's not good for business for me to work there, that I should have a better vehicle if I'm going to be in the beauty business. And that was one salon. And then another salon, I was supposed to take over clientele for another nail technician who was pregnant at the time and needed to take some time off. And so I was really interested in that job because it would give me the experience that I needed to go out on my own. So I'm there maybe 2 days in training when this truck pulls up who looks like a guy that I used to know in high school, okay, that I had a crush on. I never dated. I only kissed him, okay? The girl that was training me is now engaged to this guy, okay? And he just pulls up in a truck. And I see him through the window. And I'm like, great, right? So, me and my big mouth, I'm like, what is so-and-so doing here? And she's like, how do you know so-and-so? I'm like, I don't know. How do you know so-and-so? And I got fired that day. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this fucking shit up. Okay? You cannot. So then I went to another salon and I was doing, on top of nails, I was doing facials and pedicures and a lot of pedicures. I was really good at that too. Didn't mind it, you know, the feet. I mean, some people are gross, but what are you gonna do? But where was I going with this? I was doing fantastic. I mean, I gave such a good facial to one of my clients, And she happened to be the owner of a huge salon here where I live. Okay? She wanted me to follow her to that salon and work for her. That's how good I was doing. Okay? So I don't know where this came from. So I'm just walking through the salon one day, and the owner looks at me and goes, "Wow, you really got problems, don't you?" And I just looked at her like, well, I'm assuming if I did something, she's going to let me know. You know? So I just let it go. I ended up leaving that job. Never found out what that was about. I am going to tell you how they can affect your employment and how they do it, okay? So they'll have someone go into the place where you work and make sure that an influential person is within earshot. And they'll be like, you know the girl that works in that department over there, blah, blah, blah. I heard that she's blah. You know, whatever. I could think of a million words to use for that. Okay? They like to label people as pedophiles. That's their favorite. And then they'll wait a couple days, okay? And then they'll send somebody new through the door. And make sure that that same person hears that new person talk about the same thing. So that plants a seed in your employer's head that there's something wrong with you. You're a pedophile. You're on crack. You're this. You're that. They'll dress up like the FBI and say that you're under criminal investigation. Honestly, I am very happy with my job. I love where I work. I think they love me back. So I don't think that that shit would work on them. But I'm just telling you that that's how they do it. It's happened to me a gazillion times. I am a very good, efficient worker. My upbringing turned me into a perfectionist. So, you know, I do have a lot of OCD. So when I work, I work very efficiently. I try to do whatever I'm doing as best as I can. I don't try to do anything half-assed. You know, I'm old school worker. I like to work. But that's how they can affect your employment, unfortunately. What else? So, I need a drink. Alright, so I got to the point where I wanted to rent my own space in a salon so that I could start building my clientele and get my career off the ground. So I went to another salon, and I started renting, and I was doing pretty good. My nails were coming out great. I did have some repeat customers. I mean, it was very slow, but my customers' nails started falling off and having problems and lifting and this and that. And so I figured I had some contaminated product, so I threw it away, and I ordered new materials, and it continued. Um, Everything was tampered with. My top coats for my nail polish, my base coats, my acetone, my nail liquid, the powders, everything. My actual machine itself was tampered with. Leading me to believe that it was the other nail technician that worked with me. Because she was either a gang stalker herself, or she was just jealous of my work, because my work was very good, and I could kind of tell she was getting a little jealous of hearing about it. So I automatically assumed that it was her doing it, you know. I didn't know about gang stalking or anything back then. And the salon, I talked to the salon about it, and they replaced the part of my machine that was damaged. And I put a lock on my stuff, and I continued to work there for a little bit, but my stuff continued to get tampered with, so I had to leave. I had to pack up and leave, so I figured it just isn't going to work out. I need, you know, a steady job. So I did a lot of call center work. You know, they always need help at a call center, so those jobs aren't hard to get. So I did that most of my life, that and waitressing. Got fired from pretty much every waitressing job I ever had. This has been going on a very long time. It's even been going on, I would have to say it's been going on prior to 9/11, but 9/11 is around the time when it started. Like, my sister thought that I had egged her car. Someone had egged her car and made her believe that it was me that did it. And she still, to this day, believes that I egged her car because she didn't invite me to a Christmas party. That was around 2001. Yeah, that was around that time. But the shit I could just tell you, honestly, I could go on and on and on and on and on and on, and I will. The things that these people have done. They've broken my wind chimes. they have set up my toilet brush to break so that when I go to use it, it will just crack in half. Like it was already broken, it just needed that one extra push to crack. They do shit like that. No, I'm not in the mood right now. Sorry. Come back. Promise I'll be here. So that was my failed nail career. I just left a bad taste in my mouth, and I'm like, I really don't need this bullshit. Somebody obviously doesn't want me to do this for a living, and they're gonna continue fucking with me. So I started noticing shit was happening. But I didn't know about any of this until about 3 years ago. I didn't know about gang stalking or organized harassment or anything. But you can tell that something's happening to you. You just don't understand what the fuck it is. And every TI will tell you the same thing. That they know they're being screwed with, but they can't prove it, and they don't know who's doing it or why. That's what every TI will tell you. I said no. Anybody want a cat? Please take my cat. That cat right there, the one I'm talking about, it was made to appear that she had fallen out of the window of the apartment I used to live in with my boyfriend. But you could clearly tell that the screen had been sliced so that she could get out. And she was gone for a good week. And I was looking all over for her. And then I ended up finding her. She was in the barn in the house next door. Scared to death because she's an indoor cat. But that was done intentionally. There have been a lot of things in my life that have been done intentionally. A lot. A lot. I don't even know where to begin. Honestly, I think I'm joking. I ain't. Hey, Vixen, am I joking? I'm not joking. So, okay, so we covered that. I took a couple of notes here. Oh, they've messed with my credit score. They used to harass my family members by phone, saying I wasn't paying my bills and whatever, to make me look bad to my family members, and be considered a pain in the ass. They do. That's how they disconnect you from family members. They do shit like that. Whatever they gotta do, they will do. Honestly. They mess with my toilet paper all the time. All the time. I'll put a brand new roll of toilet paper up and it'll be gone by the same night. And I live here by myself. Oh. Remember how I told you that, they can impersonate people that you know with, they have these silicone masks that you can have made that look like people, and they go right over your head, and they look realistic as hell. And I used to have a video on it, and I don't know where it is, but I'll try to find it. Okay, so this could have happened in a few situations. One of them is one of my family members saw another family member talking to another woman at a bar while taking off his wedding ring. And I was told this story not once, but twice, that it happened 2 times, which I think is very strange. First of all, maybe it was a setup and they wanted to make sure that it was, because nothing was done about it, they tried it again or something. Now that I'm looking back on it. So I contacted the family member that was taking off the ring to talk to the other woman, because this family member is married and should not be talking to other women while taking off his wedding ring. So I just sent him a secret message telling him that he's a snake, and I know what you did, and don't cheat on this person, and blah blah blah. And he is the only person that I told. But it got twisted into me trying to break up the marriage. Which wasn't true at all. You know, it might not even been him. I have other stories like that too that I'll tell you about. It might have been somebody made to look like him. Oh, okay, they're walking in the door now. Take your ring off and talk to that girl over there. You know what I'm saying? This is the shit these people do. He might not even have done that. This is how they split up you and your family members. This is how they do it. Little setups, little pranks, things that can't be undone, things that can't be unsaid, until you're fucking isolated and you have nobody. They do it to all TIs. Everybody. Not just me. Everyone. We all have the same damn story. Go ahead and tell me I have a fucking mental illness. I'll tell you to go fuck yourself. If I'm gonna be a fucking lab rat, why don't you send me a check once a month? I could use it. Anyway, I'm just really aggravated right now talking about all this. Because it's fucking all true and bullshit and whatever. too late to start that career now in my life. That dream is gone. I'm not even interested in doing that with my life anymore. But I would like to have them on my own damn hands. If they would leave their freaking hands off my shit. People, I'm telling you right now that this organization, or whatever the hell it is, makes the mob look like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Okay? Because the government gave the police all of these rights and weapons and devices under the name of national security. Okay. But the bad cops out there have gotten their hands on this technology and still have their hand in the cookie jar. They still have the rights to enter people's houses and whatever. Did you ever see that movie called Training Day? You don't think that really goes on? It does. There's bad cops out there. Okay, there's good cops out there, but there's bad cops out there. And there's people out there impersonating cops. That have gotten hold of this technology. So, we're fucked. Alright? I'm in rare form tonight. You know, there is, this organized harassment program that started in Stasi, Germany, back in the 40s or 50s, called Zertsasong. It's weird spelling. I'm going to touch on that subject more later. But this whole thing is based on that Nazi handbook. And it's happening here in the U.S. And it's happening all over the world. I have watched videos from every nation that is going through this. They're all being removed. They don't want you to know the truth. Because they're going to use it eventually to control the masses. And we're all going to be at each other's throats. It says in the Bible that it's going to be worse than it ever was in history. Worse than it ever was in history. In history, They would burn people in oil, crucify them, burn them at the stake, chop their heads off. What could be worse than all that? That's what Jesus says. It's going to be worse than all that. And the only type of people that could do anything worse than that are people with no empathy. It's pathetic that the world is the way it is. It's nothing like you thought it was, people. Don't think your government won't turn on you. Governments have turned on their own people lots of times, even if they have to blame it on others. And if the Chinese ever become the world's superpower over America, we are screwed. Because those people are very barbaric. I'm sorry to say it. And it's not the people themselves. It's not their fault that they live there. But that government is awful. The way that they treat people and animals. Alright, I don't want to bore the shit out of you. I don't think there's much more I want to talk about tonight. Just tired all the time because that medication I'm on for anxiety makes you really tired. So I want to sleep all the time. So,